Namaste. Welcome, beautiful souls. Let me just do this so you can see the name of the deck that we are going to work with today. Kind of excited here. I was so happy. I opened this box day before yesterday, and today we're going to look at the Solara Occulta Meliora Tarot. And this was a deck that one of you introduced to me. I hopped on the Kickstarter for this new edition. And it also makes me really happy that I'm supporting a local creator. The creator of this deck, Amanda Spicer, is a local to me in British Columbia, Canada. So I'm really happy to support your work, Amanda, if you're watching this. It's with great joy that I opened this package. And I actually read with this deck out of the box yesterday in live readings. So I really liked the colors. I have a few decks that have a limited color palette, and I really enjoy that. And I think this deck does it really well. In the Kickstarter box, I received the Solara Occulta perfume. And I just put this on, and I absolutely love it. I'm going to read you the list of ingredients. It is oak moss, tobacco, violet leaf, juniper, patchouli, pinyon pine, eucalyptus, bergamot, coconut oil, and then it says herbs of rose, oak moss, black salt. It's really nice. It's really nice. I love it. I might just have to order some more from the lovely Amanda. This is a large tarot deck. It also comes with some oracle cards, and I'm going to be sharing the oracle cards with you. This is a standard size tarot card, so you can see that these are more oracle size, wider. They are definitely wider, and they are edged in black, matte black. And these are the backs. So, aesthetically, lovely. If you have little tiny hands, this might not be a deck for you. It's quite a mittful to shuffle. However, I was able to shuffle it, riffle shuffle it. My hands were a little tired when I was done, but I think it was just fine. So let's look at some of the unusual details in this deck, see what stands out. Blindfolded Fool. To me, that implies a great amount of trust. There is a guidebook that comes with this. I cannot read it. Same as the Tildwick that I just got. Even with a magnifying glass, very frustrating. But there is a PDF. And so I do have the PDF on the screen, and I will be reading to you from time to time from the PDF. But let's just start with this Blindfolded Fool, and then we'll dive into the rest of the cards. For those of you that are just popping in, hello, I'm Sadhana. I'm a reader, intuitive reader, healer. And one thing about my tarot library that may be different from a lot of people is that I use it. And I consider my collection of cards a working library. And I've really been endeavoring to demonstrate that on my channel, but also clearing out the decks that I'm not using and passing those on. So there is a not so distant video that was more deck calling, and many of those I still have. So please feel free to contact me if you're interested in any of those decks. This is from the Fool. Have fun and enjoy the journey along the way. Listen to your own inner compass and don't allow others to decide your outcome. Don't allow for others to dictate in which direction you will go. There is always so much to learn upon the life path. The experiences that land within will offer the most expansive of lessons. Certainly, it is these lessons that will provide exactly what is needed for growth. Beautiful. Okay, So here we go. This deck reminds me of something, and I can't quite put my finger on it. The body language of the magician is quite clever, and I love the use of the fire as above, so below, the way that the snake is curled around the magician's left arm, the stars on the suit, the bodysuit. It's very well done. And for those of you that are just new to tarot, there's enough familiar symbols in this deck that it shouldn't be a challenge to read. And there's some others that will open up your curiosity. Yeah. Like the hand gesture, the way the High Priestess has her hands around the top of the ankh, like that's very different. We do have the veil here, but we can also in this card see beyond the veil, which is unusual in a High Priestess card. I'll use my other hand. Sorry about that. Okay. We had a lot of repeating cards on Tuesday, so I definitely have not. I mean, I did do a welcome. One of the things I do with a new deck is welcome every single card. And but it was really, really quick because I wanted to read with them Tuesday. I'm just looking at all the plant life around. She has antlers. The sun is shining. We see the Venus symbol. I do like the cards where the border for the title sort of disappears into the artwork. Like that one, that's nice. It's a kind of a gentle emperor card, isn't it? Hi, Dee Dee. These are brand new impressions. I read with it yesterday, Tuesday, and so I'm not going to race through this. I want to take my time. There is this Hierophant card. Something here. I almost feel like, do you see the Hierophant is a key? The Hierophant himself is a key, where the Hierophant is the keyhole. That's really clever. And we're also looking into the cosmos, looking into another dimension through the physical body of the Hierophant. That's very interesting. And if there's any particular symbols that you'd like me to address, please ask. This, yeah, it is interesting to see the sun and the moon. So the pillars in a Hierophant card, one thing I noticed with the Hierophant card more recently, and this was in a Waite Smith deck, is that the Hierophant is very crowded within his pillars, more crowded than the High Priestess. And of course, there's nothing on the pillars in the Hierophant card, but in this deck, she's identified them, not with the B and the J, but the sun and the moon. So that's kind of cool. And the moon is on his left hand. Let's go back to the High Priestess. Is the High Priestess, no, the B is on her right hand. So notice how she's reversed it in the Hierophant card. And I like that. I wish all blacks were left and whites were right in the perspective of the figure in the card, if there's a figure. The Lover's card, well, yes, I've seen it done this way. To me, it looks more like a family, not two conflicting women over a man. And there is this energy of also, if you don't know this deck, be sure to read the bio on the creator. She is a kind of fascinating soul. I would love to talk to her. My goodness, the different energetic practices that she has had experience with, it's really interesting. Okay, so let's look at the Chariot. Black horse is on. Oh, no, look at that is really cool because the head of the black horse, white tail. And then on the other side, we have a white head and a black tail. That's really cool. Showing an integrated self moving forward. Sharon, where are you located? I don't remember. For some reason, I thought you were in Australia, but I don't think you're there. Let me know where you are. The strength is, so look at strength card. To me, it looks like we have a sunflower. Could be a sun. We have a dragon for the lower body. It also could be a new moon. And then we have what looks like a sun in the night sky. So there's this real sort of blending of energy in the strength card. Strength is 8. Within the Hermit's light, the Hermit is holding the Star of David, the 6-pointed star. So I know that in various Hermit cards, sometimes it is seen as the star itself in the lantern. But this is very specific. So she's radiating the peace, the balance, the intention of the 6-pointed star in the light of the Hermit. And the Hermit's going in the opposite direction that you see in the Waite-Smith deck. And I noticed a few other opposites in this deck as far as directions go. The wheel looks familiar. All the familiar symbols. There's something very interesting here. So I was talking about this today in Tarot Foundations 1, and that we were looking at all of the 8s in terms of both Justice card and the Strength card. In this deck, I would work with 8s as Strength because that's the way it's numbered. But she has a tiger here. And let's go back. Let's get the Strength card on the table. I feel like there is an effort here to provide options for the reader. Yes, justice is about adjustment and harmony and balance and all of that, but there's some, and it looks like a stage card as well. I hadn't noticed if there's other cards that look like stage cards. All right, so we have the Hanged Man. Dee Dee says, I've never seen a strength card reaching for a star. It feels more powerful to see the Hermit using the star to guide them in the next card. I think it'll take a little bit of time to absorb some of the unusual or the differing perspectives in this deck. We see the snake wrapped around the left leg, the left ankle in the Hanged Man. I will pause. I'll read some of her descriptions for some of the cards. Okay, so let's put this one to the side and just see if there's any correspondences to the moon when we get there. There's Temperance. So we have wings on the back. Temperance is sitting on a rock. There is a rising sun. Looks like we see a Sagittarius sign. I was not noticing the astrological symbols in other cards. Did you notice them? Hi, Ramon. Welcome. Let's go back. Let's see if I can see them. Okay, this is a test. This is a test. Okay, let's just double check. Do you see the Aries sign? We do see a young ram, obviously, but is there an Aries sign in this card? It didn't pop out to me. Okay. Is Leo, but that's inverted. I was going to say in the shape of the lower half of the body. I don't see it. Maybe I will find it. Okay, let's go on because we have a lot of cards to look at. Plus we have some oracles to look at as well too. The oracle cards are really interesting. I'm not sure that I will. Some of them are really challenging cards. It reminds me a bit of an Anatolian vocabulary. So Tower. I don't think I've ever seen skeletons in a Tower card, except of course in a skeleton deck. Okay, so in the star, that could very well be the Aquarius constellation. And my question was about death and the moon. Is there a tie-in? So we do see the mountains in the background. Those look similar. Do we see the towers in the death card? I don't think so. Sun. Who is on the horse in the sun card? Or what is on the horse? Is it a little version of herself, maybe? Judgment is called Judgment. It looks very familiar. And the World card, is the World card called World? Yes, it is. And all that iconography looks familiar. Okay, so those are the majors. And don't think, wow, I would like to show you, if I back up, I'm going to attempt to show you all the aces because I like doing it that way. I think we can learn a lot about the symmetry of the deck if we line up all the aces. So let's do that. I haven't read the guidebook. I have pulled up the PDF on my screen, and I will. There's not a lot in the guidebook. It's very minimal. Okay, so now the deck creator does not present wands, cups, swords, pentacles, but because I'm looking at this upside down, I will need to arrange it wands, cups, swords, pentacles. There was a very unusual presentation of the suit order. If you have the deck, you can look in the guidebook. I'm always curious about that. The deck creator did not address it to my knowledge. I haven't seen that. I'll just tell you what it is just for fun. I think I can get that information quite quickly. Or maybe from the table of, no, there's no table of contents. Oh, there's a table of contents, I think. Maybe. No, it dives right into it. Yeah. Just so you know, this is the font in the guidebook. It's like a 5 or something. Yeah, it's really little. Just like the guidebook for the Tildwick Tarot that I just received. Okay. All right, so let's look. We have hands, so very Waite-Smith-esque. The yods appear to be different sorts of, we don't see yods in the Ace of Fire, but we see in the Pentacles, there's this flourishing of the flower. Rather than a gateway, we have solidity of the mountains in the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, the font is really, really tiny. Okay. Okay, 2s. What do we see in the 2s? So the caduceus, the healing energy, the connection energy is the focus rather than the humans in the 2 of Cups. That's nice. I like the doorway. I'm a sucker for doorways and windows and portals. That feels good. And I think she's attempted to do the stage card thing. You know, in the Waite-Smith deck, of course, all of the... hey there, warrior girl. All of the 2s are stage cards, but in this deck, it looks like 2 of them are. Sort of. The person in the 2 of Wands, look at their hair. It's very, looks like they've stuck their finger in a socket. Three. What do you see in here? 3. I wrote my blog today for the 3 of... oh my God, I'm going to keep talking about this because this has been really mind-blowing for me to do a reflection on 78 cards over 78 days. And today I did my 3 of Wands. And threes. So let me just talk. Threes are Binah. Threes are the supernal mother. They are the completion of the supernal triangle at the top of the tree of life. There's something very creative, very powerful in this card. And in the 3 of Wands, what really overcame me today was the idea of, so the sun is the ruler of the decan and the second decan of Aries. And this is Mars. This is Mars and this is Binah. So Mars is Aries, second decan is the sun, and number 3 is Binah, supernal mother. So why is this card so positive? What is this card building? And the aha bit here was that this is such a great energetic building card because the supernal mother is fully illuminated by her masculine counterparts. So the sun is the decan and Mars as the counterpart to Venus as the divine masculine. And so there's, I don't know, I'm really enjoying this process. Do the figures in the 3 of Cups not have eyeballs? I wonder if that is a reoccurring thing. It gives, okay, let's look. No, they have eyeballs. They have eyeballs. Not to worry. Not to worry. Anyway, what I'm I'm going on about is that it's really nice to be a student for once. It's been really wonderful to be a student, and I'm really appreciating this 78-day challenge that I'm doing. Yeah. And there's the fours. What's going on in the Four of Cups? Let's read the Four of Cups. That's really unusual what's happening there. Skinda, Three of Wands, Four of Wands. Okay, so Pentacles is the second suit that is described. That's what I thought was a little unusual. Okay, so Cups is the third. Here we go. So, Four of Cups. Ready? I'm going to read this to you. The daydreamer. This is the moon in the sign of Cancer. Yes. Third decan of Cancer. If this card comes up in a reading, it can indicate that you are not seeing the offer. Consideration is necessary when making decisions to avoid acting upon illusion. This can also indicate depression, which is likely affecting your decision making. This card is someone who is very tired from being open to others. Okay, I like this. This one line here. This card is someone who is very tired from being open to others. Counseling. There is signs of being trapped in the open fields of energy being given to others. So there's this sense of, indeed, I need to close myself off for protection. And I wonder if what the Sasquatch is holding is his own soul. Let's go to Dee Dee's comment about the Four of Swords. If it weren't for the number of swords, I would think by the body language and composition that it was the Ten of Swords. Okay, so let's hold that out and put this to the side, and I'll compare it with the Ten of Swords. Fives look very familiar. Slightly different perspective, but familiar. Okay, let's go to the sixes. Peace, harmony, love, contentment. Six of Wands. Six of Cups. Oh, the Six of Cups came up in a reading on Tuesday, and I was really kind of touched by this card. It made me think of a dollhouse or something. Oh. Yes, I did something wrong here. So did you not see the proper Five of Swords, I wonder? I'm not sure if you saw this. That's the Five of Swords. I might have messed up the order. That's the five. Okay, so now we should be back. Yes, sorry, I ordered the cards really quickly because I had shuffled the whole deck yesterday. So let's just double check. We are at six. Yeah, these are all sixes. Six of Wands, Six of Cups, Six of Swords, Six of Pentacles. Thank you, Dee Dee. What I was saying was that Six of Cups card. I was seeing a dollhouse, and there was something kind of really beautiful that came through in the reading of that card. sevens. Sevens. Ooh, look at the roaring figure in the Seven of Wands. That's cool. Okay. Eights. The eight, look at the Eight of Cups. Is that a tree breaking open? Or is it a journey through a mountain? Oh, I guess it's a journey over a mountain pass. There's a figure here that's climbing up. But for a moment, I thought it looked like a tree cracking open or something. Sorry, just either my imagination or my eyes or something. There's something very interesting with the roots that are showing in the Eight of Swords. You can see all those plants and their roots below. The earth is red. There's something there. Yeah. Okay, nines. Oh, what have I done? I'm just moving the cards too much. Oh, there's a really cool quilt in the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Cups is an interesting take. I want to read that Nine of Cups here. Still got the cups open. Okay, and Amber's growling, so let's hopefully she stays quiet. So Nine of Cups. This card in a reading shows that you may be feeling like you are living the dream. This is the Great Wishing card. You are satisfied and approaching the feeling of being untouchable. This is a radical display of contentment, utilizing the law of attraction and simply accepting the fruit of give and take. The relaxing quality of having arrived into balance. Okay. It's so interesting. You know, it's like the more you learn, the less you know about the tarot. The more different esoteric applications, it's really something. So Ten of Cups really looks like a fish card in Lenormand. That's what I was thinking it looks like. So in the Ten of Swords, we have a mer creature. So I did keep that card to the side that I said I would. So there's the Four of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So she is wrapping herself around. There's a deeper message here with this Ten of Swords. And do you see a bridge? What do you see there in that Ten of Swords? The gold that's in the background. Or is that a window? I don't know. I'm seeing. Hi, Excess Tarot. I don't know. I'm seeing something really interesting in that Ten of Swords. Shall I read that one just for out of interest? Scrolling. Okay, Ten of Swords. This is the conclusion of moving through trauma. Indications of having separated from an abusive relationship are present. Okay, that's pretty specific. It's been such an exhausting journey. It's time to restart completely and set out new patterns of thinking. She doesn't really talk about the artwork. The absolute truth has been exposed through the activation of the back chakras. The shadow has come in and must be acknowledged before it's time to move on. But there's something about the figure around. Yeah, yes, the keyhole thing for sure, yeah. It's like the full journey. So do we see the circle in all of the tens? Well, for sure we see the circle in the Ten of Cups. We see the circle in the Ten of Swords. And the other two look very Rider-Waite-Smith. Look very Rider-Waite-Smith, yeah. Okay, so the court cards are the same. Page, Knight, Queen, and King. These are the pages. And we had a bit of a discussion on Tuesday about the Page of Swords, who is on the top of a mountain, which I hadn't seen that sort of a depiction before. But I haven't looked at all of the court cards of one family side by side either. There's your knights. I like the Knight of Swords. Another thing I haven't checked is to see if the court card affinities are illustrated on the deck. Like all of the queens have water, all the kings have fire. I just wondered if that, some deck creators address that in their artwork, because that is not there's different ways of looking at that. So we have a real interesting blend of mythological creatures, humans, animals in this deck. Was this where, did you read, I think it was on Facebook this week, somebody had this brilliant post about Medusa and the way that Medusa has been reduced to all of this negative energy. It was a brilliant Facebook post. And I'm reading your comment, Dee Dee, and thinking, and that's what I went back. I was thinking about this post that I read. I might need to unearth that post and share it and bring it up in a discussion, because it felt significant. Yeah. Okay, so I have time. Would you like to see the... No, this was just on one of those things that appeared in my feed. But I think I did like it, so I will be able to find it again and I can share it. Yeah. I'll make a point to find it and share it in my Facebook group, okay? All right, so I want to show you the oracle cards. And I'm loving this essential oil blend. I put it behind my ears and it's really beautiful. Now, I didn't use these on Tuesday because I felt that some of them were quite shadowy, and when you're doing live readings on YouTube, sometimes it's hard to know who you're reading for. Yeah, very misunderstood story. I can't read this on the screen. You know what? I'm going to have to read them and then put them down one at a time. Okay. So this is prudence. Hope. So they say, it says prudence oracle, hope oracle. A new path. As within, so without. Channeling. Channeling. That's an interesting card. You know, I have not been using oracles lately, and I go through phases of using them and not using them. So here's one. This is called childhood trauma. Empathy. This is interesting. Okay, so this one is faceless judgment. Faceless judgment. And this is, I love this card. This one is Herbal Medicine Oracle. It's beautiful. All right, now, this is an odd card. I think we have it's in a very weird position, but I think we have a large penis. Perversion Oracle. And we see it's almost like coming out of the fingertips. We have marionette strings. Yes, you know, I do. I feel like there are some cards that are very similar to the Reclaim Oracle. Okay, this next one is called Luck. Luck. And then, I can't even read this. This may be the name of a plant. Solara. Does somebody want to look this up, please? Anessidora. 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 I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. Is this in the guidebook? Let me see. I meant to look these up because I knew there was a few words I couldn't decipher. Come on, come on. I don't know. Oh, yes. Okay, so it should be here. Are they in alphabetical? Okay. Suspension. Aspirations as above, a new path. Okay, it is. It's Anessidora. There is still a life force. Here, let me put it on the table. I don't know this word. There is still a life force that is untapped even though you are in emptiness. There is a creative spark in the darkness that you can still manifest. If you have recently felt as though you were stripped of your dignity, this is a time to hold on or to become your own light in the darkness. There's actually more and more. She goes on to say a life path is not linear. There are many different expressions. So it is an epithet of several goddesses or mythological figures. Ah, yes. Anessidora is another name for Pandora or Pandora. Okay, which explains the box too. Okay, cool. That's funny, Dee Dee. Okay, all right, we have quite a few more to go. So we have consciousness and counsel. We have another kind of scary one. This is drowning. Perception. Energy vampire. Okay, we have more comments on Anasadora. Anasadora itself means sender of gifts. Beautiful. Okay, this one is entity attachments. And then Salve and Coagula. Ooh, I like this one. Like that. Sorcery Oracle. Struggle. Temptation. So there is a perversion and a temptation oracle card. That one is temptation. And then this one is Rubis. And we have the geometry down below. Or is it Rebus? Oh. I've also been learning the names of all the geomancy figures because they are figured in the Thoth Tarot to some degree, as well as in Sarah Wheatley's Ashera. Okay, Rebus, the divine hermaphrodite. After we have experienced separation, we ascend and become whole again. Planetary conjunction. Yeah. I would be very careful how I used these cards. All right, now here I'm really getting challenged here. This is theurgy. 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 I love being challenged by vocabulary, honestly. Do you know what oracle deck I haven't used that I would really like to get into is the one by Madame Clara Rick. It's circular, and that is a really interesting deck if you like language. So theurgy, if that is the right word, if I'm reading this script right. The study of the whole universe, the wisdom of the whole universe. Theurgy. Gnosis, seeking knowledge. Thank you, Dee Dee. Grief. And this is very powerful. I don't know if any of you were in my class on Tuesday. Well, it's not really a class. I'm doing a breathing series. The Sovereign Oracle. I don't know that one. Yeah, I don't. Oh, maybe I've seen it. I love language. Thank you. I might look that up. So on Tuesday, I was talking about breath in the chest and how important it is to breathe in the back rib cage to begin to move grief energy. And when I saw this card, it just really resonated with me. So yeah, I like it. Sovereign Oracle. I will look that up. It sounds familiar. And then we have two more. One is Mercury, Salt, Sulfur. So that's an oracle of connection, completion, alchemy. Wow. It's like it contains a lot. Let's put it here. Salt, sulfur, mercury. What is her intention for that card? There's one here that I haven't seen. It's called The Longest Fall. And I wonder if in this deck we don't have all of the cards, or else I missed it. Yeah, no, there's also a card called The Voyage. So included with this set was not a complete oracle deck, but just some of the oracle cards. That's too bad. Okay, so let's go to the salt card. Ooh, and in this, there's a shame card. It's under M for Mercury. Okay, Mercury is first. There's a Mandrake card. Wow. Okay, Mercury, salt, and sulfur. What is her main? It's just comparing the alchemical principles, how we need all of them. They're all part of flow. These three principles are essential for life, a full life, that sort of thing. Or is it an ad for another expansion deck? I'm not sure. The whole oracle deck is called, what is it called? It's called Mercury, Salt, Sulfur, Oracle. So I guess that's the title card for the deck, Mercury, Salt, Sulfur. And then also have this card, which is a Griffin card. And let's just end with this. Ooh, there's a card called Henosis, Henosis, Henosis. And there is no write-up on the Griffin card. There's no write-up. So yeah, so that's what came in the box. That's disappointing. I wonder if that's an error. I don't know. I don't know. I will have to... I'll have to do some research to find out. Yeah. So I don't know. It was a fairly good stack of cards. Maybe it's about half the deck. And there were other iterations of the tarot deck, and this one I believe is the one that's borderless. There may have been one that had borders on it before. So I'm going to have to do some more research here. But overall, I do not think I will be, perhaps if I had the complete oracle, maybe I would, I don't know. I need to think about it. What do I like? I love the colors. I do like a deck with a limited color palette. And there's something that works. Sorry, I was reading Dee Dee's comment. I like, there's a couple of them. One is by Ari Weisner. That one. I love that limited color palette. I have a few decks that have a limited color palette, and I like it because it allows the artwork to speak. I don't know, there's something about it. So this is definitely working for me, and because it is so straight up RWS, it's not particularly difficult to read. So I'm going to try it out for a little while and see how it goes. And we have time to pull a card. Just let's do that. Let's pull a card for maybe 3 cards. Maybe 3. So if you want to stick around, I'm going to do a really quick reading from the tarot, not the oracle. What is the greatest lesson of this deck for me? In what way will this deck support my work? And what do I need to know about this deck? I mean, all sort of the same question, right? that was shuffling half. So I'll show you on the screen. So this is, I have fairly big hands. You can applaud anytime. Okay. One more. My hands were, yes, transient light, that's the one. My hands were exhausted after shuffling on Tuesday. All right, here we go. We have the 9 of Wands. You know, I'm going to pull 2 more cards. I really starting to like this card, the fulfillment of the suit of Wands, this dharmic energy. The suit of the hero, the suit of your life path, you know, keep going, be proud of who you are. This is a moon card, right? I think the decan is in the moon. So there's some sort of misperception about how great you are and how far you've come. Sadhana, this is a very random question. I'm curious as to whether you often read or continue to read for yourself, given how much time and energy you spend reading for others. Well, that's why I'm saying I'm really enjoying this 78-day tarot challenge, because it's getting me to think about things in a new way, but that's not really reading, right? That's studying. Yes, I read for myself, but not very often. Not very often. Okay, so 9 of Wands. So maybe just judging by the cards that are coming up. Ooh, the Sun. Okay. The first card was this one, and then 5 of Swords, which we didn't really have a good look at, and then the Sun. So perhaps one of the strengths of this deck is to move through challenge, to move through shadow, to move through darkness, which brings light, which brings power, which brings self-esteem, which helps to re-energize, replenish the solar plexus chakra. I'm glad they're not all darkish cards. And I don't see the 9 of Wands as a negative card. I see it as a very inspiring card. Sometimes we need to journey through strife. And it's only through that we find our true light. So this is not going to be an easy deck. Yeah. All right. I'll share this more on my channel, and maybe I'll read with it again next week on Tuesday. And hopefully by that time I will have more information about the Oracle and what was included in this package. But I don't think you can order anything from her website now. It says sold out, sold out. So I might just send her a quick email and see if I can get an answer to that. She's only, let's see, how far away is she? 7 hour drive, but there's a ferry in between, so a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. This was great. Thank you. I really enjoyed the chat too, just the few of us that were here. So thank you for your contributions. Greatly appreciated. Take good care. Namaste.